Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh, oops, wrong, there we go. Hello, hello. What is up? I am getting a couple more things set up, because as always, I'm running late. Shocker, shocker. Um, Running sunglasses percent and all jelly skips instead of Yoshi World Tour. So yeah, I decided to replace Yoshi World Tour with all the jelly skips today because one, it is a shorter speed run. This is partially fallout from when I didn't stream on Wednesday, but also I think all jelly skips is kind of just, it's shorter, but it's a more interesting speed run than Yoshi World Tour in my opinion. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Jakey? What's up, Bryson? All right, all right. I am almost set up here. So today, yeah, we're gonna do probably one full run of sunglasses percent. There might be a reset or two, I don't know. But then after sunglasses percent, we're gonna do probably a couple of runs of all jelly skips, because again, I find it to actually be a really fun run. And then after that, we are going to rank all of the runs we did this week on a tier list. Because tomorrow's runs aren't like actual category extension runs, most likely. We're gonna have the one run that I come up with, which I have two in the chamber in case somebody votes on a run that's very similar to mine. Speaking of which, so tomorrow I'm doing my own run. We're gonna route on stream and then play it, and then we're doing a community voted run. Community made and voted run on stream. If you'd like to participate in that, you can still do so by going to my posts tab on my channel. You can comment a speedrun down below on that post that you would like to see. There's a couple of stipulations in the community post you can read about. But yeah, basically, whichever comment has the most likes by the end of the week, or so by tomorrow, is the run we're going to be doing. Yo, squash over 30 bugs in SMS 2001. Let's go. Good work, man. Man, I've done like no modding this past week. Mostly because all my free time has been taken up by learning speedruns. Learning speedruns or taking notes on them or organizing for this week. It's been a very hectic week. Even with like not streaming on Wednesday, it's been such a fun thing. Let me switch over to the game now. All right. So yeah, we're gonna start with sunglasses percent. Sunglasses percent is a run where you just have to speedrun to getting sunglasses. I don't actually know the exact unlock criteria for it. I guess we'll see at the end of the speedrun. But there's some interesting routing stuff. There's some stuff we've seen before this week. But particularly near the end of the run, what I really like is that there's some routing in Noki that involves collecting blues and getting the shine bird, which is something you don't see a whole lot in a lot of these speedruns, or bingo even, because Noki is just such a late game level. You need 20 shines to unlock it. So yeah, I'm excited to do some like actual Noki routing today. And there's a routing Rico I actually haven't seen before, which is really interesting. Does a cool thing during Gooper Blooper. That's also at the end of the run though. And also we ride the Surf Blooper in Rico 2. But yeah, anyways, let's actually get into the run. We're just gonna start with Pepper Plunderbell. Can only imagine the process of squashing bugs in SMS. Opposite for you. Let's freaking go. That's a really weird pepper throw. Oh well. All right. Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to start with Turbo Secret. I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I do that. Like, I oftentimes skip the first split and read the second one first. Kind of weird. Either way, so, okay, we've done this clip earlier this week, but in case you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. We use a coconut to clip inside Jail Secret. Just gonna use a sewer to get up there, even though it's kind of slow. Nice. Okay. The timing there is not too precise, but it's a little precise. What matters the most is where on the wall you're sliding, in my opinion. That's a bit more precise than the actual timing, because you just throw the coconut when you land. Jump scare crashes. Ooh. Am I gonna die here? Ooh. Yikes. Okay, I'm just gonna reset on that. There's no reason to continue the run on that. Not that I really care too much about... Oh yeah, the gold time... Oh, wait, right. Gold time today is a sub 40. And I just realized I have to drink hot sauce for this run. Okay, well... So, we already did this once this week. I didn't hit a gold time yesterday, so I have to drink some Carolina Reaper hot sauce. Last time I did this, I was a hiccuping mess, so for like a good minute or two, I couldn't talk. So I'm this time. So last time I just didn't play the game while I was hiccuping. This time I'm gonna try to. I guess we'll see. Carolina Reaper hot sauce. I got this for Christmas. I got like a pack of a bunch of... It was like an advent calendar, but I got it on the day of Christmas, so I just opened them all on the day of Christmas. It was a bunch of like hot sauces, which was pretty cool. I've gone through most of them, but this one I haven't. All right. I took a really big swig last time. I'm gonna try to take a slightly smaller swig. Let's just get everything else ready here. I'm not looking forward to this. All right, here we go. All right, accidentally press down on the keyboard. Okay, let's run. I'm trying not to hiccup. Oh god, this is awful. Trying to play the game while this is happening. No. I'm starting to sweat. Excuse me. I don't know if the noise suppression is cutting that out a lot, the hiccups. Well, that one right there was silent. So like I said last time, it's actually pretty transient. It goes away pretty quickly. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? No, I'm not. Oh, okay. Wow. Memory card out. Okay. I should have to pay attention to my notes here for the blues. I don't have the blues route very well memorized. Grab the pepper. Oh, I thought that wasn't gonna work for a second. Okay, well. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, well, it looks like we're resetting because I have no idea where this pepper went. Ooh. Man. Ugh. Not pleasant, man. I can feel it. Look at my stomach. The spice. What the pepper for real? I'm gonna try to do this a bit faster. Oops. Well. Actually, it doesn't seem like it's as precise as I thought it was for the wall slide. Okay. Yeah. Center of the camera. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that'll be the last hot sauce drink of this week. Two of them is enough. Okay. Memory card out. Okay. Let's do Pepper Plunder Bell for real. Didn't really get a good look at the pepper, but that looked like it was going in the right direction. Yeah, it's over there. Okay. Alright. Stand about here-ish. I think that's good. That might be a bit too far to the right. Nope. Nice. I don't know why this one doesn't soft lock you if you go too slow. Alright, so... Why didn't it split? Wait, what? Why is... Okay, well... Thank you, Live Split, for being weird. Oh, you were asking what the pepper was used for. Oh. Yeah, it's for clipping in. Some reason Live Split reset right there. I don't know why. So, do this one more time. Run it back one more time. I don't know why it's so hard to get the wall jump right there. With the angle you want. I used to have so much trouble with that. I learned that for bingo a while ago. And I now don't think I've missed that once this week, even in practice. Okay. Ugh. Kind of forgot about the memory card there. Not really a big time loss, though. I had a piece of ice trying to fall out of my mouth. Sorry about that. Kind of gross, honestly. Yes, well slide. Okay. That should be good. Too late. That's not good. Dude, I'm mad about doing this for a third, fourth, fifth. Oops, I dropped my controller. A millionth time. I just want to get into a run, man. Didn't press hard enough on my down key. Yeah, there is a visual cue, but it's just like really precise. It's kind of tough to do. Because if Mario's like rotated slightly more than you might be used to, then it's a bit... It kind of messes with it. Speaking of which, that was a really precise, like, thing using Mario's rotation and all jelly skips I'm excited to do. Man, that is actually so free. I can't believe I used to have trouble with that. I'll W the level. Alright. Okay, well, we're out of Turbo Secret. Sub 1 minute. Ooh, okay. Uh-oh, where'd that go? I think it went off to the right. I saw it go all the way over here. It's over here? Yeah. Sometimes it does that. Alright. That should be good. Maybe a bit too far. Nope. Nice. What is the requisite for sunglasses run? It's just to unlock the sunglasses, which I actually don't know the exact unlock criteria. I guess we'll see at the end of the run. But yeah, I meant to look it up, but I just didn't. Yeah, I imagine seeing Mario from anyone's perspective is just the most, like, wild thing ever. Just, like, clipping into walls and changing its direction mid-air. Like, Y-cam. Alright, so right here, we're gonna real quickly kill Shadow Mario. Crazy. Whoa, crazy, actually. Kill Shadow Mario, and then we're gonna grab this one linked pair. Like, we're gonna spray the X, go grab that, then go into Pachinko. Did he go the long way? He did. Crazy. How am I not in the box there? For sunglasses, no, it's like it's a certain like shine count. Oops, almost missed that. What? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not in the loading zone? I collected the coin like so early there. What do you mean? Okay, but that one worked, I guess. Alright. I won't be the same after learning that you can go through the coins in this stage at the beginning here, because you're going so fast. That's actually just crazy. Oh, well, I bonked. I wonder if I could have Y-camped into that cubbyhole there. Probably not, because you'd probably just slide anyways. Alright. Seeing like a fairly easy. Pachinko so far. Just gotta get the top left one? That's kind of the hardest one, honestly. Nice. Okay, well, never mind. PTSD Chanko machine. Oh, right. No, it's down here. Ah, I hate you, Mario Sunshine. the April Fool's video was real. Those are my real feelings about this game. Okay, nice. That one's always scary because... Oh, right out of recording space on my disc. That doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, that one just is always kind of scary. Bianco now. No, wait. Unlock Polluted Piranha first. Sorry. So, I actually haven't done like a full run of this route at all in practice. I've practiced in the individual segments, especially the ones of like blue rats that I haven't done yet. That's something I'm going to talk about a bit when doing the tier list at the end of today's stream. Oh wait, I'm kind of doing this wrong. You're supposed to do travel skip here. But I find it kind of cool how... Hold on, I need to concentrate for this, actually. Kind of slow, honestly. Yeah. I don't know why I'm just doing travel skip differently now, ever since the 80% break. I don't understand it. But it's making me fail it more often. But yeah, anyways. One kind of cool thing I've realized about all these category extensions is that each individual segment is like different puzzle pieces put together. Like right here, you're gonna see something that looks very familiar to something we did in one of the speedruns yesterday. The beginning of this route is like nearly the same. I think actually maybe the 10 blues route, I don't know. So sorry if I'm not keeping up with chat very well. There's a lot to concentrate on. All right, yeah, so I forget which run did this route, but there was a run that had like almost this exact route through Bianco. Except this one ends with doing like, getting a blue after killing the polluted piranha plant in a kind of cool way. There is a faster way to do this, but it's kind of risky. Alright, so now we go unlock the polluted piranha. Because we're actually going to do actual Bianco 1. I think this is the first time this week we're doing actual Bianco 1, by the way. The April Fool's video is definitely one of your favorites. This is one of my favorites to make. Very fun. We're going to be behind the cycle here, that's okay. Basically, we just want to stand over here. I missed. We're gonna grab that blue that's in the light. What? I hit tight ropes, man. Was I not touching that tight rope? Okay, whatever. I get to reach out now. Okay. And yeah, you actually have like kind of plenty of time to grab this. But yeah, I definitely love Sunshine's Jink too. I think it makes it... In terms of like speedruns and all of that, in these category extensions, I forgot your camera faces the way you were facing before. Yeah, but in terms of like speedruns and category extensions and all that, all the like, glitches and stuff in this game make all the different speedruns just so interesting. Yeah, either you grab the tab ropes from 10 feet below it, or you're literally touching and still don't grab it. Exactly, it's so stupid. Now war spiking has converted me to the stupid pleach. I called, by the way, that blue there, in my notes, I called that plue. This is pleach. It's plant beach. It's the polluted plant, polluted piranha, whatever you want to call it. So we grab this shine as soon as possible after killing this thing, so that we grab it and don't have to like wait through the cutscene, basically. but there is a kind of stipulation here where if you're going a little too slow, you can still grab the shine, but if you're too slow, you actually soft lock the game, so... Too early. There we go, we got it. Very comfortably. Nice. That's so fun to do. I really like Pleach. In the case, if you ever have played the Pianto 1, wait, we want to grab the Shine Gate M. I always forget that just grabbing shines in the plaza, you don't get a cutscene. So I'm always like left scrambling because I'm expecting a cutscene. But yeah, if you've ever played Test 11.ses, the freaking tightrope in that level, which is it's a cut like test level that was left in, wasn't a ledge grab really? I was like, I don't know, that should have been a ledge grab, I think. Maybe I was like a fraction of a fraction off of it. But yeah, anyways, Test 11.ses, the cut test level in the game that's in, actually not JP 1.0, but the future versions of the game. There's a tightrope in that level where you can grab it from like halfway across the level. It's really weird. I don't know what they did. I have no idea how tightropes work internally. Thank you, stupid Pianta lady. Appreciate that. As far back as possible there. Okay, grab this blue. This blue. Ah, I messed up the movement. Oh well. This blue, and then chain chomplet should be like right there. Kind of jank. Come on, give me the blue. Ah, okay. Yeah, the Delfino Express is such a cool idea. For as a way to unlock levels. I do wish one day we'd get like a Super Mario Sunshine beta like leak. Like one of those Nintendo Mega Leaks, you know? Pull it as Gunky Beach is this game set in Galveston, Texas. I don't understand the reference completely, but I kind of do. Yeah, the Space World 2000 would be just, or 2001, E3, whatever it's called. That would be a dream come true. Also a great way to get Nintendo to strike my channel, but, you know, I think SMSO already pushes that boundary. Okay, so that sign took a little too long. So, we're really gonna have to bust our asses here. Ah! Don't lose the Piantissimo. Photo finish. And I was this close to bonking. Ooh, almost just fell off the edge there. Man. That was extremely scary. Piantissimo on steroids. Yeah, the Piantissimo actually genuinely is kind of hard. Especially if you're like a cat. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't understand that, like, diving was faster until Piantissimo, because I was, like, forced to learn, like, oh, I can't just, like, hold the control stick and beat Piantissimo. I have to, like, press the B button sometimes. Alright. This is a nice, easy, fast shine. It's basically the same as vanilla. Ooh, it's gonna be weird. Not vanilla, but 80%. Yeah, don't dive there. I would have bonked and potentially fell in the goop. Because of the part of the wall I was on. Nice. I actually didn't practice that at all, so... Or I haven't practiced Pianta 3, like, barely at all since the 119, so I'm glad that went as smoothly as it did. Okay, now here's one that's probably not going to go smoothly. I don't know what's going to happen if I fail this. So, if you watched yesterday's stream, I failed this trick, like, I don't know how many times. A lot. It's a trick to get that shine early. I'm going to do my best to just concentrate here. Oh. Okay. Now this is weird. Oh, this is really weird. I'm back here now. Where am I? Actually, where am I? Oh, I'm up top. Okay, okay. I thought I was by the fruit stands. Okay, we're just gonna try this again. By going into... This is a huge time loss. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Okay. That resets the plaza. You can't do that with box game, because the box game loading zone just disappears in the invisible plaza. At least when you go into box game first. I don't know if it just depends on which stage you went into, or which of these box game versus the blue coin area, but whatever. Let's try again. I'm just gonna reset that. So yeah, what happened there is I wasn't expecting to actually clip. I thought I was gonna go through the ground and mess it up like I just did there. And I didn't, so I didn't react in time. Actually, I reacted too fast. Just do Pianta 4, I think. Man, dude, why? Okay, so if you watched yesterday's stream, I didn't get that trick at all, and then at the end of the stream, I wanted to show it off. I wanted to show it off. So I went onto my practice file, or my practice hack, and I got it first try. But of course, during a run, I can't get it. So what happened there is the last hover I just did too late. Oh well. Oops. Kind of messed that up, but honestly not too badly. Actually, really good chain jump. For me, anyways. Alright, so that's a huge time loss if I actually had a PB in this, probably. Alright. Probably not hitting the goal time now, which I already forgot what it was. Alright. So now we want to... do honey skip, I believe. Yeah, so we want to come up to honey skip. I had to look at my notes. We want to try and get the blue while doing honey skip. Let's see if that happens. This is a really tough thing for me, to get the blue and do honey skip. No, I didn't mind. Okay, that's fine though, because that means I can just do normal honey skip now, without worrying about the blue. My angle changed there, and I don't know why. Like mid-air. Did anyone else see that? Was that while I was hovering? I don't know. Yeah, Monty Mare... I actually don't know. I think Mare might not be. I'm not sure. Maybe Monty might mean like mountain or something. Alright, so we are chugging balls right now. That's crazy. Why were you so far to the right? That shrine bird, or the blue coin bird there, usually is not that far to the right for me. I call it a blue coin bird, so I think I just use like what they drop interchangeably with their color, because sometimes I'll call it a blue bird, sometimes I'll call it a blue coin bird. That's a tangent from yesterday. Okay. Really awkward box game. What's up, Master Mario? You just got the craziest ad you're not going to tell anyone about. Honestly, same. Except, not today. Wait, I have 26 blues, right? Yes, I do. Alright. Texture Shine. Nice and easy one. This just uses a clip similar if you've ever seen starting a 3 in the any % speedrun, or honestly, a lot of other speedruns probably. Not just any %. To clip right into here. It's actually a down warp, which isn't... Like, right there, that's a down warp. Whereas the one in Starter 3 isn't. Gelato. We're off to Gelato. Watch out. MF. I don't care, you're on fire. Or something. I don't know. Am I trying to be callous and hard and cold? Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought Mare wasn't Italian. I don't know why I was under that impression. Why did my notes reset? Okay. Okay. Fruit Hot Blue. Yeah, for some reason, my notes, like, scrolled up a bunch. And then we just want to grab the hidden. The spin put. Actually, I didn't even miss the spin put. I just didn't try for some reason. After this, we want to do GBS, which I'm always happy to do. I'm the world's #1 GBS fan, I think. I love GBS. Even if I sometimes hate it during speedruns. Alright, remember to go to Gelato 1 here, because if we go to Gelato 2... You can do GBS in Gelato 2, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. But if you go to Gelato 2... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, we don't do GBS yet. We do Gelato 1. Okay, I got... Mentally, I got ahead one split. Okay, we want to get this beach spray that's over here. And we want to unlock the Doom Bud and try to jump on the red Cataquack, like, at the same time. Ah, I did it. Nice. I actually only attempted that once in practice and never got it. Or didn't get it. Oops. Dude, come on. Water's supposed to be fast. Or whatever. I always forget you're not supposed to roll out right there. Oops. I got the GWKD strat earlier today, right there. There's a cool strat where you can glitchy wall kick dive off the yellow block the shine is on top of directly into the shine. And it's just like, it's incrementally faster for so much more risk. Okay, this is where I have to remember to go to Gelato 1. Because Gelato 2 starts off with like a really long forced cutscene of like looking at the mirrors and stuff. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've played the game. And as we know, forced cutscenes are slow. Alright, get the coconut over there, and then we want to get one of the beach sprays. It's this one right here. Good coconut throw, by the way. And a nice and easy GBS. That was actually a really good split. Holy. Great coconut throw. The beach spray, I could have gotten a bit faster. Love the Italian naming schemes in Sunshine. Actually, me too. Wait. Okay. So, okay, I think, okay. I got confused on Mare and Monty, I think. Because of the English names. It's Noki and Pianta. Why did they rename them in English? That seems kind of stupid. To just, like, get rid of the naming scheme. That's what I was thinking. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna do slide right here. It's a convenient shine we're next to, and then it'll spawn us in the plaza a bit closer to box game, which we'll do after this. And for box game, we grab 2 blues. I don't remember what blues those are. Good thing I have my notes. Almost did a second dive there. Oh, it's the out of bounds blues. Might have hovered too early. The camera was a different orientation than it normally is, or a different zoom. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I agree. Monty and Mare are definitely more interesting. It's so weird. Okay, so we want to actually grab the out-of-bounds sewer blues over here. What? Okay, that was weird. No, don't double jump, you fool. Okay. If I would have clipped in the sewers there, I would have been very angry. Wait. Aren't you always angry? Are the chucksters called in other localizations? Actually, good question. Oh, this is a really poor box game too. Also, I always do this one out of order. This is not the last box tower you're supposed to do. Oh wait, Does this... Didn't the shine spawn in a different place yesterday for that one? Oh, I forgot to split, by the way. I was just so confused, because this wasn't just like some like weird fever dream I had, right? Where I was playing box game and the shine spawned in, for the second box game, the shine spawned in a different spot than the first box game shine. That happened yesterday, right? Or did I just like completely misinterpret something? Where are you disappearing to? Okay, on top of the tree. So it turns out this bird aggroes really early. I just got really lucky the first couple of times I did this, because I think the bird was further back than it normally is. Apparently it's just Chuckster still. Interesting. Like... Like, literally just bar for bar Chuckster, or like a translation of Chuckster? Alright, that split is kind of messed up, but whatever. I'm probably not running Sunglasses % ever again. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say ever again. Oh well. I was hoping for the Monty spin jump there. It's kind of hard to get. I don't know the timing for that. Dang it, I tried to be cool. Okay, wait, I definitely touched the shine that time though, right? Like, can we agree? Whatever. Sonu and Chuckster, interesting. That's so weird. Oh, here's the cool shine. Okay, this is like the part about the Sunglasses % that I think is really cool. It is that there's actually you actually route for Noki. I'm actually kind of surprised that got me into the level. So you actually have to get 10 blues here in this level, and the route is actually pretty interesting. A little hard to remember, but and also pretty hard to execute as well. Because you have to go for a bunch of like the cliff blues. Oh yeah, and right here, if you make too many mistakes, then you would likely just die. In fact, I'm gonna play it a bit safe and hover. Okay, so we're gonna go up and unlock the Shine Bird first. Ah, you flipped to the right. You fool! Where'd it go? Why do these Shine Birds just keep disappearing out of my view? Hello? I was that close. Okay. So now we unlock that. Now we're gonna go and collect some shines. So this is apparently originally a bingo route that got worked into this by SB, into this Sunglasses % route by SB. Okay, nice. That's probably one of the hardest bits of this, is just landing on that last platform without bonking or anything. Okay. Come over here. Almost missed that. Oh wait, it's up here, isn't it? Yeah. Just walk off. Get the one on the right here. There's an absurd amount of blue coins like this in Noki, I just want to say. Grab this one. And then, yeah, from here we want to... camera, please. Okay. Okay, dude, please? Come over here. Grab this one, and then we go up and grab the shine. 43, right? Yeah, 43. I thought you couldn't hover in there for some reason. So I was just holding the hover button for when I could hover. Huh. Oh yeah, I couldn't hover right there. What? I think maybe it's if you bonk. Okay, so yeah, that route is really cool. I really like that route. You should buy a Shine Sprite Blue Hawaiian shirt. I actually unironically should. I would love to have that. I really badly missed that blue bird. Dude, why do I keep missing the birds by one spray? That's so annoying. Okay. Yeah, so the Rico routing here is actually also kind of new. We start with going to the M on the boat, like under the goop. And then kind of do the area around the tower in a different order than we're used to. So wait, it's right. Then you come up here, grab this one. Really interesting routing. I haven't seen this before, like this exact routing for Rico. Grab this one. Ah. Okay. We fill our water right here. Grab this one, and then we do the linked pair right here. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably be a lot cooler if I had a shine shirt. Oops, almost forgot to grab this one. That one is so generous compared to its linked counterpart. Spraying on the tower and grabbing the blue that comes from spraying the tower is so easy and generous. Meanwhile, the reverse, spraying the building and grabbing the one from the tower, it's like actually the hardest thing ever. It's probably the hardest linked pair in the game. Maybe. Alright, so we also do an interesting thing in Gooper Blooper here, where do first cycle, but then we come up here while he's doing his thing and grab this blue and then come back down. Ugh. Okay, I'm actually surprised that worked. Everything about the caves and Noki pisses you off. I kind of agree. My very last casual playthrough of this game, there were 2 blues I needed hints for. It was the stupid spray a sign and Pianta, and the sign only appears in daytime Pianta, and no other sign in the game needs to be sprayed. And it was one of the cliff blues in Noki, because there's just so many. It's actually stupid. When's the angry merch dropping? Honestly, I've thought about it. If I ever were to do something, it would probably be a beanie. Oops. I was looking at my notes. I thought I was gonna collect that blue. Ah! Don't bonk. Okay, really skibbity movement right there. And just like that, anyone who was going to buy the merch now will not. Okay. Yeah, also a really cool thing here, you actually grab the surf blooper to grab these. Oh, Mario. Okay. Do I have an extra blue? Nice. Not nice, dude. What? Okay, whatever. You actually unsubscribed because of that? I understand. No, I mean, like, when I say my last casual playthrough of Sunshine, it was, like, the last time I played Sunshine before I learned the speedrun. If I ever... I don't really play Sunshine casually. I mean, I kind of do. sometimes when modding. Like, I'll take breaks just to, like, I'll, like, get, like, brain rot, move around the plaza when I shouldn't be, and I should be working on something modding. But I just like this game's movement so much, I just run around the plaza doing cool tricks. I guess that's, like, the most casual I get. I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't go far right enough. Awesome. No, you can clip through that? What? Hello? I was looking for a ledge grab there, not a fall into water. Instead, I clipped through the freaking girder. Hello? All right, and here we go. Yeah, I agree. Casual mindset for creating stages is a much better mindset. I mean, I guess it depends on what type of hack you're making. Oops. All right. Man, I'm not usually in here like this late into the game. It's so bright in here. When you actually have shines. So I guess the unlock criteria for sunglasses, by the way, is 30 shines. Okay, so now we get the sunglasses. Sunglass me up, brother. No, talk to... Why aren't you talking to me? Oh. Why? And that's time. 42-18. What was... I think sub 40 was my goal. Yeah. Oh well. I kind of don't want to drink more hot sauce. I'm definitely not doing another sunglasses % run. It's a cool run. Kind of too long. Also, just like a lot of stuff that's... The beginning of the run has some cool stuff. The ending of the run has some cool stuff. The middle of the run is kind of whatever, in my opinion. So, yeah. Well, we'll talk about more about the this when I'm doing the tier list at the end of today's stream. But yeah, I still an enjoyable run. But it is time to move on to all jelly skips, which is actually such a cool category. I love all jelly skips. Since I learned about it last night. Alright, let me save my splits. Open up all jelly skips. There's some really cool tricks in here. There's so at the beginning of the run there's a pretty hard clip, but it's not like the worst thing ever. In the middle of the run, it's a pretty short run, by the way. Like, I did one run of this, I got a 23:51. Remember your eyes used to hurt whenever you made Mario put on the sunglasses? Dang. Remember when I was a little kid? We had one of those, like, giant CRTs that have, like, the, like, kind of, like, plasticky screen. And I would play Sunshine, like, sitting cross-legged, like, right in front of the TV, with my neck like this the entire time, because of how big the TV was, and, there weren't really any, like, chairs or anything, like, close to the TV for the GameCube controller, so... If I were to play on, like, sitting on the couch, it would create a tripwire with the GameCube controller. So I had to sit on the floor close to the TV, and yeah, I would every time I'd stop playing Sunshine, or just games in general, I guess, but especially Sunshine, I remember this happening. My neck would, like, be so sore. Yeah, I'm gonna do a tier list after this run. And we might also do some belly slide % today, I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling, I guess. But yeah. Let's do all jelly skips. This is such a cool run. I'm excited to show this one off. There's some... The only thing that this run has against it is that it has some of, like, Duck Rider syndrome, where you kind of just play Rico for a while. Okay, so as a theme you're probably noticing with all these category extensions, We're starting with Pepper Plunderbell, which I think 120 Shines does this too. I actually don't know. I have not seen a 120 Shines run in literally ages. That's good, I think. Maybe a bit too far to the right. Nope. Ah! Memory card. Tier list. I'm gonna do a tier list of all the runs I did this week. And we're not adding tomorrow's runs onto... I mean, maybe I'll add tomorrow's runs onto the tier list after tomorrow's runs, but since we're, like, creating those runs on the spot tomorrow, it's kind of a different thing. Should totally make it on the file select screen. It's actually kind of smart. But I already made a tier list maker for it. Then that's actually such a good idea. That's like the type of creative things I like to do. Have to make an input somewhere over there. Okay, so we are going to want to do... That might go in the ocean. We want to unlock Bianco first and foremost. But then we're gonna go and clip our way into the pipe jelly over on that island. How are we gonna do that? Okay, the banana did land over here, nice. And the way you do this is you kind of have to, there's a spot in the pipe you can kind of walk inside of a little bit. You have to get in that spot and then do a down warp similar to how you get into the jail secret. Now I'm going to scroll down on my notes a little bit here because this lineup is actually super precise. So I need to be able to reference my notes. This should be good, right? Yeah, this should be good. Okay, let's see. No, it was not. So right there, ideally, I should have down warped into the pipe. I don't care if you've been stranded here for 3 days or years or weeks or whatever. I just want my fruit. Okay, so we might be resetting a couple runs here because, again, this is like a really difficult clip. Actually, I think I had it right there. Oh, well. You have to get pretty far into the pipe here for this to work. I wanted to get a bit further. Come on, man. Come on. That should work. There we go. Okay. Now, that's a super cool trick. Load into the level, exit out. Now we're going to go do Chucks or Shine. Oh yeah, by the way, I realized, so these splits are actually based off of Slime, who has the world record in this. I haven't been basing my splits off of Slime because they're Japanese, and so it's harder to, okay, we're just doing it this way, I guess. It's harder to copy splits when they're in a different language. But I realized I'm watching these runs anyways. Too late. I realized I'm watching these runs anyways, so, like, I can just figure out what the splits are by watching the run. So... Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're probably gonna do a couple of these, because it's not a long run at all. Yeah, adding like an S, D, and F file block, that would be super cool. Yeah, we do Rico 1 here. And then, yeah, we're gonna do Rico 1 and 2. But then we go to unlock Gelato. Because there is a jelly skip we have to do in Gelato. But the jelly doesn't spawn until a couple levels later, so we have to do GBS first. And that one, in my opinion, is probably going to be the hardest. Ah, not enough speed. Oh well. Because, okay, so there's a weird stipulation with all jelly skips. Personally, I'm not a fan of this part of all jelly skips, but if the jelly has a blue coin, you have to get the blue coin. If it doesn't, then you just have to clip through the jelly, just whatever ambiguously that means. So in the case of the one in gelato, there is a blue coin. Even though there's like 6 other coins behind the jelly, you have to get the blue coin. Which in my opinion is just kind of like a needless stipulation. Not really in the spirit of the run. Because if you collect a coin that's behind the jelly, that you could not get without spraying the jelly with Yoshi, then you just did a jelly skip in my opinion, but oh well. Screamless? Let's go for full screamless. Full screamless. If you don't know what that is, it's just Cooper Blooper starts to scream when you've pulled on his tentacle long enough. When he starts to scream, that's when you can let go to do damage. Because, so, okay. I should first explain. Normal Cooper Blooper, like, probably most casual players don't understand that with Cooper Blooper, the game forces you to let go at a certain point and does damage, but you can let go earlier than when the game forces you to let go of his mouth. And when he starts screaming is when you can let go. However, you can also let go a tiny bit before he starts screaming, and that's called screamless. Which obviously means it's the fastest, because, yeah, it's just slightly before the queue. It's pretty tough to do. And doesn't actually save a lot of time. It's like a lot of risk for not a lot of time save. Nice. I'm not gonna get this in on. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, I really like Screamless. It's fun. Well, it's fun when you get it. It's the worst feeling in the world when you don't. Speaking of the worst feeling in the world, starting this race not in a water slide. And doing that for some reason. Okay, this is possibly the world's worst blooper race. Blooperless blooper race. Actually, genuinely. What's the cutoff time here? Am I even gonna get this? That was so bad. That was... I don't know if I've done that worse. Genuinely. That was actually awful. Have I played the Mario Multiverse demo? No, I haven't. Is that a Hack of Sunshine or like a fan game or what? I haven't even heard of it. Sounds cool though. All right. Yeah, so now I just want to unlock Gelato. What's cool about this route, by the way, I've never done that before. What's cool about this route, by the way, is that once you have Gelato unlocked, you don't have to unlock anything else, so you only need 5 shines. So you're not spending a lot of time routing for like Noki or anything, or Pinna even. I would like to face the other way, please. Hello? What was that, man? Oh, of course. There's a Gooba in the way, so I don't get my Goop fling. What was that? A fan game based off of Mario Maker. Oh. Well, that does sound pretty cool. I don't know if I'll stream it because I usually stick strictly to Sunshine, but that does sound really cool. Oh, I was supposed to do jail jelly there. Oops. It's okay. We're gonna do a couple runs of this anyways. I'll just do that after gelato. God, I'm playing like dog water right now. Well, at least I got GPS first try. You spit your whole coffee on yourself? Ugh. Rest in peace, man. Ugh. Alright. So this split is kind of crazy. We do like 3 jellies, then go to Rico 3. Which we're actually going to be doing 4 jellies here because I didn't do one in between levels. Okay, so first we go to Gelato 6. And we want to grab the rocket nozzle. And now we want to grab a banana, and we're going to do a Serrata whenever type of clip here. I have to find the right spot in the ground first. Okay, it's like right here. And we have to clip underneath. No, I have to actually do this. This is why I'm so bad at Serrata whenever. It's the input order I'm so bad at. Okay, I almost got it there, but I think I was too far to the left or something. Alright, I might have to look at my notes real quick here. For this clip. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look at my notes real quick. Okay, I am standing in the right spot. I hate this so much. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I want to just find the blue. Okay, so yeah, that's the part that sucks. You have to rocket into the blue. And so this is like kind of why I don't like the stipulation of you have to get the blue if there's a blue, because there's a bunch of stuff under that one that isn't a blue that you would be skipping the jelly. It just makes it like needlessly complicated for no reason. Because this is the actual only jelly in the game that affects. All the other jellies, if you skip them, then it's like you just automatically get the blue if they have a blue. This sucks. Okay. Dude. It's so hard to tell where you are, even using Ycam like that. That sucks, man. Does it actually matter what fruit you have? I don't actually genuinely know. Alright. I got this, like, second try in my off-screen PB of this. So it's actually kind of annoying I'm not getting this. No, I got, like, the throw second try, and then I got the blue first try. First try after the clip, I guess. Come on. I don't know why this is such a hard input for me to do. Bro. Come on. How is that not it? How is that not it, man? So what you have to do is throw, then turn Mario around, or hold the opposite way on the control stick that you're going. But it has to be a really fast input, so... Hold on. There we go. Okay. There it is, finally. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go do the jail jelly I was meant to do. It's really the police jelly, it's not the jail jelly, it's a different spot. So yeah, we're gonna go do this that I was meant to do a minute ago. I don't know why I didn't throw the coconut. Okay, this version of the plaza actually has a wall here, so I can do that. Okay, we're just gonna reset. I genuinely didn't know you could clip all the way down into the loading zone like that. That's new to me. Okay. All right. Take two. Okay. So if you didn't see the beginning of this run, you get to see a pretty cool clip that you don't get to see very often in any Sunshine speedruns. It'll be right after we kill Shadow Mario. Okay, we're setting up the pepper for the clip under the bell, I guess. Because we do need to route for 5 shines, and this one is fairly free. Since we're doing 2 things at once. Nice. So it's a really fast shine to get. We need 5 shines to get Gelato unlocked. We don't care about Pinna or Noki. Okay. So yeah, what we're gonna do here is kill Shadow Mario, pick up a banana, throw it onto the beach, go unlock Bianco, which is just like watching the cutscene where Shadow Mario goes into Bianco. Go back to the beach, grab our banana, swim over to the island, and use that banana to clip into the pipe. Now this is a really precise clip for where Mario needs to be. Nice. Good bonk. Okay, get that on the beach. Nice. Okay. Just watch this cutscene real quick, and now we're gonna go grab the banana. Swimming over to the island takes a minute, because we have a banana in our hand. Honestly, I don't know how Mario actually is able to swim with a giant banana in his hand. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Actually kind of crazy if you think about it. Especially with Flood strapped to his back, which is just more water, which you would think would make him really heavy and sink into the water, but oh well. Anyways. Gotta get Mario to face a very specific angle here, or a fairly specific angle, then kind of try to jump into the pipe here. There's a small spot we can get into. I think that's good? No, it's not. Okay. We would have clipped in right there if that was good. Okay, I think this is a good angle. Oh. What? That doesn't... No, don't go in. I'm genuinely surprised that doesn't clip in. Okay. Alright. Why is Mario, like, jumping? It's like a quarter frame thing, but I don't know why he's doing that. Am I throwing too early or something? Maybe my angle is just off. I'm actually genuinely might be. I just might be throwing too late. We're probably gonna have to reset here. Because if the banana despawns, I'm not gonna swim all the way over here and commit to that run, you know? Maybe go up a little bit more. Ah, God, that sucks, man. It's such a hard clip. It's actually I got it first try on that run, but then couldn't do the stupid gelato clip. All right. Okay. Run it back one more time. We keep doing Pepper Underbell today. Like, a lot. The day of Pepper, well, Wonderbell, I guess. Plant Underbell. Yo, what's up, Bryson? We're doing all jelly skips. It's a category where, you guessed it, we skip all the jelly seals. There's some weird stipulations with it. Where if there's, that might be too far to the left, by the way. Ah! Okay, well, that wouldn't have been good anyways. There's some weird stipulations with it where if there's a blue coin behind the jelly, you have to grab the blue coin, which only affects one jelly, but negatively affects it in my opinion. But other than that, it's actually a really cool speedrun. There's some really cool clips you don't see very often in this game at all that I appreciate. Such as one that happens right after Shadow Mario, if I can get there. Okay. Yeah, it's sniped by a jelly. Alright, let's actually get this in place this time. My angle is kind of just slightly off. Okay, that should be good. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. Yeah. Dude, why? I hate that I get that like 10 times in a row and then suddenly I can't do it. It's like everything else in this game, actually. I'm really good at something and then one day I'm not. Except instead of it being a sudden day where I'm bad at it, it's just like a sudden minute. I don't know if that even made sense. Alright, alright. Do it for real this time. What? Most thirsty goop piranha ever. Okay, we're actually gonna do it this time. That that might actually be too far to the left. Oh! Nope. Okay, I actually got a one cycle there, I think. Or, yeah, one cycle. Nice. Okay, oh, memory card out. Okay. Okay, so, what we're gonna see here is a clip into the pipe that's on the island with the stranded Pianta. It is a really cool clip. One of the coolest clips in this run. I also think the gelato one is really cool when I can do it. But yeah, the one on the pipe, I just reset a run over it because it's actually very hard. Because you have to get a very specific angle, and yeah, that's mostly it. You just have to be in a specific spot with a specific angle. A fairly specific angle, I guess. There's a bit of leeway. But it's still very hard, regardless. Okay. I think that's actually so good. Yeah, it is. Nice. Okay, we're gonna get this banana ready to go to the island because we need it. I forgot to jump there. Whatever. Watch this cutscene real quick to unlock Bianco, because you need Bianco to be unlocked for Rico and Gelato to be unlocked, and both Rico and Gelato have jelly seals. Okay. Very longly swim over here. I don't know what the word is. Time-consumingly. But then once we get over here, we're basically gonna kind of try to stand inside the pipe. There's a spot in the pipe you can kind of get inside of a little bit. And then once you're inside, you can do a down warp. by jumping and throwing the banana as you land, but we have to get in the right spot first. Honestly, that might actually be good. Maybe you want to be equipped in a little bit more. Okay, that might be good. Let's see. I don't know, my angle might be a little off here, but let's see. Nope. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, and we don't actually have to play this level to get that as a counted jelly skip for this, which is another reason why I find this, find the stipulation that, like, you need to collect the blue coin kind of stupid for the ones that have blue coins, because the ones that have stuff behind them that aren't blue coins, you don't have to get this stuff for, if that sentence even makes sense. Okay, nice. Now we split here, of course. Now, so there is a jelly at the end of Rico and Rico 8. So throughout this run, we're going to be going to Rico a couple of times. We do Rico 1 and 2 first, and then leave to unlock Gelato and do Gelato. So we have to do that real quickly first. Like I said, that is the one thing that, in my opinion, brings this run down a little bit, is it has some of, like, the Duck Riders syndrome, where you're kind of just playing Rico for a portion of this run. Nothing too interesting. It's 80% Rico. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, Rico 1 and 2, gonna be the same as you've ever seen it from me in any percent, if you've watched me play any percent anyways. But after Rico 2, we do a really... we get into some really busy splits, you can say. Some splits that have multiple jelly skips in the same split. And between the Rico polluted piranha plant, you're supposed to grab the jail blue, or not jail blue, I guess it's like police headquarters blue, I don't know. The blue that's not the honey skip blue, that's behind the jelly seal in the plaza. Actually, such an annoying blue to talk about, so I did that way late. I guess cop blue, maybe? Because some people call the police headquarters jail as well. Like, I've heard people say jail secret. But the jail is where, like, the blue coin is. Just, like, the floating blue coin with the bars. You enter it from above the ocean. That's crazy. That's the jail. Alright. 6 seconds behind my PB I set this morning before stream. Not too shabby. Rico 2. Same as always. At least Rico 2 is one of my favorite levels in all of any percent, so at least we have that going for this part of the speedrun. Excuse me. I'm messing that up a lot today. Alright. If, I don't know, if there's anyone new here who's never seen this before, you can do this race without the bloopers. Just 2 checkpoints you just have to hit. We hit the first checkpoint already. And the second checkpoint is like, you hit it right here. And then you just finish the race without a blooper. I keep hanging too far to the right at the end here. Okay, so this is a really interesting split here. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring a coconut over to the gelato plant. Actually, we're going to be up on the buildings. I believe this is in 120 shines, so if you've seen 120 shines, or at least in some routes, you may have seen this before. But basically, we're going to grab the jelly blue while killing the Rico polluted piranha. First, we're bringing the coconut over here. Okay. Set it down right here, nice and safe. Unlock the thing. Let me scroll down on my notes while we're in a cutscene. Alright, do the first cycle, and then we do the clip to get the jelly blue, which I think... Yeah, I've done this clip a couple times this week, so... Not particularly new, but yeah. Okay, so don't stand as far down on this as I was last time. Okay, yeah. What? Clip back in? That's crazy talk. Okay, well, we're probably gonna have to reawaken the polluted piranha here. Okay, nice. There we go. Alright. That's okay, that's okay. Why is the goop so weird right now? Why do I have, like, emulator goop right now? What happened? What? Very strange. Okay, now we do GPS because... it lets us get to Gelato 6, which is where we want to be for the next jelly skip, because it's just where the next jelly is. It doesn't spawn in or before Gelato 6. Why Gelato 6 specifically? Because I think it's also in like Gelato 7 and Gelato 8, although I'm not really sure. I think Gelato 6 specifically, just because you don't have to deal with Shadow Mario or anything. Is that going in the water? Nice, great GPS. Actually gain time here. Nice. In the green, although I don't know how long that'll last, because this next jelly skip is really hard. This is probably the hardest one in the run. The clip itself isn't that hard, but it's actually getting the blue, because this is one of the ones where you actually have to get the blue, and this is why I don't like this rule, because you can grab one of the coins that are stuck behind the jelly, but that won't count, because you have to grab the blue. Even though for the other jellies that don't have blues, it doesn't matter if you do what's behind the jelly, so I don't know. I think it's a weird rule that doesn't make a lot of sense. Negatively affects this specific jelly. So yeah, anyways, if you've never seen this clip before, I hadn't before yesterday. This is a really cool clip. It might take me a couple more tries to get it. You're of the opinion that Mario is much stronger than Sonic? Probably true. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played a lot of Sonic. So my opinion is invalid. Okay. We're gonna spend 1,000 years on this again? Okay, that was just the complete wrong angle. I was facing up and to the right. I haven't done this clip enough to actually know what exactly I'm doing wrong here, by the way. I just learned this last night, so... Okay, there we go. This is so dangerous. Ugh, dude, it's so hard to tell. I hate it. I actually hate it. I hate it. uh. Okay, let's get the clip first try. Okay, well, second try, but nice. Okay, okay, there we go. We got it. Okay. Like, man can just effortlessly carry a multi-ton dinosaur. That's actually true. Next we want to go do basically Yoshi skip. But it's Yoshi skip, but you know, the secret loading zone isn't actually there, so we don't get anything out of it. Yeah, not to mention he could just beat gods without emeralds. Just with the power of his butt stomping on enemies. Or head. In Pianta 5, you spawn further back from the bridge. So it's always weird doing the Pianta 5 movement in levels that aren't Pianta 5. Because it actually changes how you do it at the beginning. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna do Yoshi skip here. The jank way, anyways. Okay, now the jelly skipped. Let's go. Now we want to do the honey jelly. I'll just grab the blue up in here. Yeah, I think I was gonna get soft locked if I committed to that, so I just decided to reset. Okay, well I definitely got in there, but I didn't collect the blue. Okay, nice. And then after honey, we go do Rico 3. Okay. So that's all of the jellies except for the Rico 8 jelly. So from this point on, we kind of just play Rico. Also, that movement was not what you're supposed to do there, but I messed it up sufficiently that I just had to go around like that. Also, like, I feel like the power-ups that Mario has access to on a regular basis are a lot more powerful than, like, even something like the Chaos Emeralds, or like, I don't know. I guess I don't know, but like, Chaos Emerald, Sonic versus Invincible Star Mario. Who wins? Alright, so yeah, so we just do Rico 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Rico 8 is when something interesting happens again. I mean, if you've never seen the speedrun, then this probably still is interesting to watch. But the 80% speedrun, that is. 80% no ace. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, that was weird, but also kind of good. All right, Rico 4, my hated. I think it might PB from earlier today. I really messed this up, which I'm really messing up right now. Yeah, I'm so off cycle right now, it's not even funny, so I'm just kind of playing it what feels safe. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get a ton of time here. Wow, yeah, like 40 seconds almost. What I find kind of interesting about this category, by the way, is the world record is so improvable. Like, I generally feel like if I decided to grind this category for a month, I could get world record. Because there's a lot of mistakes in the world record, which, you know, slime is the goat, not down talking slime, obviously. Especially because my movement looks like that, so. But yeah, with some more familiarity of like the movement. Definitely world recordable. The part that sucks is the gelato one being like halfway through the run. Tried to go for screamless. It didn't work out. Screamless in a sense, just also Gooper Blooper damageless. Damageless to Gooper Blooper? I don't know, man. Still gaining time here. Never mind. Alright, next is Rico 6. I've actually kind of... I used to hate Rico 6. I'm starting to kind of warm up to it a little bit. Now that I realize that zooming out your camera makes it 10,000 times easier, especially for the 7th coin. Because you can actually see the 7th coin before you go for it. Nice. Very inefficient line there. Oh well. Yeah, so this coin right here is hard to go for when your camera isn't zoomed out because you can't see it until it's like you're basically jumping for it. So you don't know how much you have to turn for it, or you have to do that weird kind of 2-point turn to line yourself up for it. Nice. 30 seconds ahead. Okay, so all we have to do here is not choke which actually I think I choked Shadow Mario in my speedrun today. So we pretty much have a guaranteed PB right here. Definitely not sub 20, which was the goal. Very aggressive goal I set, because I feel like it's possible if I perform just okay. But I don't know if I'll commit to that. Nice. Easy Shadow Mario. It's so easy not to mess up there as long as you're paying attention. Okay. So for the Rico Jelly, first we have to go get the rocket nozzle. And then we go all the way over to one of the cliff sides that have the trees with the coconuts on them. Because we need to grab a coconut to do the last jelly clip. Once we get over there, though, what you have to do is do rocket storage twice, pick up the coconut, then walk off and actually get your rocket storage height. So it's kind of interesting. Slightly inefficient there. Oh well. Okay. On our way over. Grab a coconut. Set it down right here. Do 2 rocket storages. Walk off the edge. Gotta face ourselves towards the jelly. Scroll down on my notes so I can see the lineup. Am I gonna line this? Yeah. Okay. And then the lineup is basically like this. Nope, got it wrong. Oh wait, yeah, I was a little too far to the left there. There we go, and that's time. 22:44. Actually, pretty okay. All things considered. But yeah, this is... I really like the concept of the speedrun. A little too much Rico, kind of like Duck Riders. It's the same weakness. Also, the rules, in my opinion, are kind of stupid. But yeah, that was all jelly skips. I don't think I'm actually going to do another one. I said I would do 2 runs of this or more, but we spent so long resetting at the beginning, I kind of don't want to do another run. Yeah, I'd rather just get to the tier lists right now, because that sounds fun. So yeah, let's get over to the tier list and grab this celebratory shine. That is all jelly skips. Genuinely, though, really cool run. All right, so I'm going to real quickly get all that stuff set up for... Okay, well, my monitor is just doing whatever it wants to do for the tier lists. So please give me a minute to get that set up. Actually, I think I'll just like take a BRB real quick. So here, I'll go over to the stream start screen, and then I don't have a... Why don't I have a BRB? I thought I did. Oh, that's a PNG? No wonder. Okay. Yeah, here. I'm just gonna... Okay, I guess we'll go back to this setup. I don't know, man. It's a mess. I'll just... I thought I had a BRB screen for the stream starting soon screen, but apparently I do not. So I will just start up my Wii real quick and just go to like the home menu and do a BRB. Just so there's something interesting to look at. Gotta reset the capture card? Question mark? Where is it? Capture card? There it is. All right. Okay. Quick BRB while I get this set up. All right. Tier list is set up. So this is what we're gonna do. Switch over to my desktop view real quick. Get some music going as well. Okay, desktop. Here we go. Okay, so I actually plan on making this like a full category extension, or like a full category extension tier list, maybe after stream, so that other people in like the Sunshine Speedrun Discord can do this too. But for now, this is what we've got. So we're gonna do this in order of the speedruns I did this week, which I need to look at. Okay, so Top of All Trees will be first. Duck Riders will be second. 10 Shines, No Shines. Ride the Yoshi. All piantissimos. Belly slide goes somewhere in there. I think right there. Sunglasses percent. Jelly skips. Oh yeah, and we also did pachinko like on day 2 and also on day 3. But yeah. So let's give some thoughts about these. So top of all trees. Top of all trees I really like. I would give it an A. Not an S because tree movement is really annoying. It's also kind of a long category, which I don't know. When I running category extensions, I came to really appreciate the shorter ones because the longer categories, you're often also routing for late game unlocks like Noki or Pinna, which is more mid game, stuff like that. Or having to stick around in a level because you have to get to like Rico 8 or whatever, although you don't have to do that in Top of All Trees. And the reason, and so it kind of blends a lot together because there's a lot of like route similarities in the longer ones because they have a lot of similar partial win conditions like Unlock Noki. So yeah, that's where I'd put Top of All Trees in A. One thing I will give it is because of the unique tree routing thing, that the routes were changed up a bit more in Top of All Trees versus something like all piantissimos. All right, on top of pachinko, S tier. Why is this S tier? It may look really bad for the viewer to watch, but it's really fun, and that's my reasoning. And it's really addictive, which is kind of bad because it can hurt your hand, but also I just realized I don't have chat on screen. Wait, where did my chat go? Okay, there it is. It like went off my screen for some reason. Okay, Duck Riders. I'm gonna be honest. I really love Duck Riders as a concept, but I'm giving it a C. Because it's mostly just Rico. Duck Riders. Let me go double check on my notes to make sure I'm not yeah, so Duck Riders, you do Pepper Underbell, you do the Chuckster Shine, and then you just do Rico 1 through 7, and then there's the Duck Riders. So nothing about this run is unique except for at the very end. The only unique thing about this run is the Duck Riders part. So in my opinion, that deserves a C. Because there's, again, nothing unique. Not a particularly fun run, in my opinion. Until you're at the end. Also, that noise was me, by the way. That, like, weird Windows-ish sounding noise. 10 Shines, No Shines. I'm gonna give this an A. What I really liked about 10 Shines, No Shines, even though it shared a lot of blue routing stuff with different runs, is that, I don't know, it just was a cool chance to learn blue routing. I don't know. I don't often, because I'm an 80% runner, I don't often do a lot of blue stuff. So having a run that's entirely blue coins, 50 blues to be exact, is pretty cool. Surprisingly, not the most blues out of all the runs. Actually, Sunglasses percent had 10 more blues than 10 Shines, No Shines. But still, I really appreciated 10 Shines, No Shines for that. And also, the splitting on it was kind of weird because you don't grab actual shines. And also having to route in, like, trading blues in order to unlock more levels is also kind of cool. All right, Ride the Yoshi. Now, let me go look at my notes for this. I don't think I liked Ride the Yoshi all that much. The one thing I did like was Planchinko. Planchinko was cool, where you kill the initial polluted piranha, then get into the Pachinko loading zone in time, which was pretty hard, but when I got it, that was really fun. This is what I didn't like about Ride the Yoshi. A lot of really hard stuff. That, to be fair, I shouldn't have routed for, but I did. Also, Pinna, kind of the same. I did actually kind of like Pinna in Ride the Yoshi because I'm not going into Pinna knowing that I have to do UIG, so there's a lot less stress going into Pinna. The save warping was cool too. I'm gonna give Ride the Yoshi a B. I think B is fair for Ride the Yoshi. Actually, a kind of cool run, but Also, it starts with Panchinko, then Shadow Mario Pepper Underbell. That's pretty cool, actually. All right, and the moment everyone's been waiting for, all Piantissimos. Genuinely, I didn't really like all Piantissimos that much because it kind of didn't have anything unique. Nothing in this route was unique compared to anything else. Like, you start with Turbo Secret, then you do Pepper Plunderbell, then you do Pachinko, then you do Chuckster Shine. Try to do Travel Skip, but I couldn't. Then you do the Beach Shine, Pleach, as you could call it. There's some blue routing in Pianta, but the same blue routing as you always see in Pianta. So, where you like grab a couple blues during Chain Chomp Blitz and then a different set of blues during Piantissimo. Had the Shine Gate Shine, which I'm so bad at. Yeah, nothing here was actually all that unique. So I'm gonna give all Piantissimos. It's getting a D because Piantissimo is an auto-scroller, and auto-scrollers are boring. Kind of just a boring run. Nothing unique about the routing here. It's just a set of puzzle pieces. Like, this is something I was talking about a little bit earlier today, but after playing enough of these runs, you begin to find like similarities of like, oh, so Pianta 2 always looks like this, or there's like 2 different routes you can do from the plaza at the beginning, or you know, so it's like fitting a bunch of puzzle pieces. Like, do I start the route by going to jail? Do I start the run by going to do the jail secret, turbo secret, whatever you want to call it? Do I start the run with doing Pepper Underbell? Do I start the run with doing Planchinko? It's just a lot of different like puzzle pieces you put together, I feel like, for these runs. And what makes the runs the most unique, in my opinion, is when they have their own unique pieces of the puzzle, I guess, that don't really fit into other runs. And all Piantissimos had none of that. It was all the same stuff. Whereas something like on top of Pachinko has, you know, obviously the Kenny kicking up Pachinko. That's really unique. The Top of All Trees had a lot of tree routing. 10 Shines, No Shines actually wasn't that unique in terms of routing, but I already explained why I still give it an A. Maybe it deserves a B. I don't know. I'll think about that. But yeah. Belly Slide percent. 10 really should be an IL. It shouldn't be on this list, but oh well. Belly Slide percent, I got really addicted to it. I'm giving it an A. The reason I'm not giving it an S is because it's kind of frustrating with the invisible wall. And that's actually literally it. Alright. Sunglasses percent. That is a hard C for me. Sunglasses percent today. It was fun. But again, a lot of like kind of uninteresting stuff. Like, I think what I said earlier today was like the middle of the run is just really uninteresting and unremarkable for Sunglasses percent. And it's like a 40-minute run. My PB was like a 42 something, I think. And a lot of it is just like the same puzzle pieces as we've been seeing all week. Do the Shine Gate clip to get the shine. You know, the route in Bianco 1 where you get the mini windmill, then go spray the window, then go get the river blue. We've seen that 2 or 3 times. The only thing that was unique about that was the I call it the plu. Get the blue coin in the lake after killing the polluted piranha and actually getting the shine there. But yeah, I had Pleach. Just a lot of stuff that's just not very unique, in my opinion. Though the coolest parts about the run were at the end, which was the Noki route for grabbing the blues. That was really cool, but unfortunately that's like at the end of the run, so you have to play like 30 minutes of a run to even get there. And also the Rico routing was pretty cool. The Rico routing was different from anything else you've seen this week, and I really appreciated that. Even like Rico 2, Rico 1, Rico 2, and even Rico 3 was different. So yeah, if more of the run was like the end of Sunglasses percent, I would have appreciated it a lot more. But unfortunately, there's just so much just of the same stuff you do before you get to the interesting stuff that it doesn't really shine above the rest. And finally, all Jolly Skips. Going into today, I thought I was going to give it like an S or an A, but honestly, I'm giving it a B because of Rico. it's more or less the same issue as Duck Riders, where you just play a lot of Rico. Just normal Rico, no blues or anything. Yeah. The clips are what put it above Duck Riders, because you actually are doing stuff throughout the run that isn't just Rico, and at different points throughout the run. So, like all the different clips. I really like the pipe clip at the beginning, even though it's really hard. The gelato clip also kind of brings it down for me a little bit, because, I don't know. Again, I think the rule is kind of stupid, that you have to grab the blue out of the jelly seals, when for the other jelly seals, you don't have to do their, like, thing. Like, you don't have to beat Lily Pad's secret. You don't have to go into, the Chuckster secret. Stuff like that, so I think that's like a little bit stupid. You don't have to grab the shine for the seal in Rico. I think that stuff is kind of stupid, because why is it different for blues than anything else? And it actively makes the final, or not the final, it actively makes the gelato jelly like worse, because you can't just grab a coin, you have to grab the blue, and you can't see where you are in comparison to the blue. It's something you have to have like a really good feel for, so it's just kind of lame. So yeah, that is the tier list of all the runs we did this week. This has been a really interesting experience. Even with not playing on Wednesday, it has been an absolute frantic mad dash. Just absolutely frantic to get to the end this week of doing all these runs. Where I'm starting to like take notes on a run 2 days before, then actually play and learn the run the day before, or sometimes the day of, because my schedule got kind of messed up because I always have like sleep issues and stuff. So yeah, it's been really fun, honestly. I could have done this for longer. Like, if I did this until I learned all the category extensions, I actually wouldn't mind that. But I'm not gonna do that, because I want to make this like a special week event type of thing. And there are a lot of runs I feel like on the leaderboard that probably are gonna end up a bit like Sunglasses Percent, where it's kind of just the same thing as the other runs, just in a different order. Sorry, I'm gonna get some water. But yeah, that was Meme Speedrunner Week. Except, we are doing 2 more runs tomorrow. Those runs are going to be a run I come up with, which we'll route on stream together, and then we'll do a run that has been voted on by chat. If you go over to my community post tab, you can read more about that. Cast your own vote on what run you want to do. It's not really a vote, it's more of just like a, I don't know, I guess it's a vote. Whichever comment ends with the most likes by the time I select the run tomorrow is the run we're going to be doing, by the way. I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah, that is the category extensions of Meme Speedrunning Week. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the custom runs that aren't on the leaderboard, that aren't technically category extensions, or maybe they are, I don't know. I don't know what you... Is it still a category extension even if it's not on the leaderboard? I don't know. But that's going to end the stream off. I'm just going to go over to the stream starting screen real quick, because I don't want to like show YouTube stuff. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I'd like to thank you, whether you're a chatter, a lurker, whether you have been here the whole stream, half the stream, a tiny bit of the stream. I appreciate the viewership nonetheless, genuinely. I also appreciate the members of my community who are members. Those would be Stephen Shockley, Sweet Passion, Clifford Longhat, Master Matt K, Space Ham, and Smubs. I appreciate you guys monetarily supporting me each and every month. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I don't want to do belly side percent. My voice is like starting to strain. I don't think it's coming through very much, but my throat is hurting. So I'm gonna end the stream today. And yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by. This has been a really crazy week. Anyways, good night, everybody.